Hi, I'm making this video as a response to the Republican National Convention and the speeches. Now, full disclosure, I am a libertarian in many regards and lean libertarian on many issues, meaning smaller government. So how can I hate the GOP so much and their hypocrisy? Well, let's talk about some of the speeches. Ivanka Trump first. She bragged about giving tons of our money away or handouts. Yes, entitlements. She bragged about securing. You didn't secure anything. You stole my money and redistributed it to others, like parents. Child-free are already fined over $400,000 in our lifetimes. The anti-birth control religious nuts don't care, though. When you point that out, they get mad. Their small government falls apart. She bragged about paid paternity leave for government workers. That's my tax dollars. More child tax credits. Securing hundreds of millions in daycare. Pay for your own kids or don't have them. We are overpopulated anyways. Wait, the GOP or socialist welfare queens, yes, they are promoting welfare in many forms, but they were applauding her for giving away our money, like it was an accomplishment to just give away people's money. Are they trying to buy votes too, as they say the Dems do? And then it was a little weird that she talked about prison reform after Rudy Giuliani says the Dems want to empty them, causing chaos, the prisons. So what is the party's platform again? The Trump cult logic. She's about as dumb as her two elephant-killing siblings. So what else did we have? Well, Rudy Giuliani actually gave out one of the most logical speeches. It was more about not national security, but police and crime. Crime rates going up when you take away funding or whatever. It's debatable. If you put it in the programs, it can potentially save money, like drug prevention programs and such, so you don't have to spend as much on the police. But anyways, I want to talk about something else a little bit. After him, Tim Cotton talked about Trump rebuilt the military. Look right here. We have nothing to rebuild. We need to cut. Throwing infinite money at something is not going to solve the problem. A nuke, it's not going to stop a nuke. I'm much more in danger of dying from not having health care due to parents stealing all my money. Yes, I can fund your socialist public schools, pay for my education too, so paying for schools twice when I don't have health care. Ridiculous. But anyways, Tom Cotton, a veteran, respect that. But that doesn't mean you can respect the military and not want to throw infinite money at war machines and government contractors that lobbyists promote to the GOP especially. So, Tom Cotton, we know Arkansas is not funding shit. How about your broke states pay for it then? Outspending any country at least 5 times, an estimated of 20 cents per tax dollar as debt interest is foolish. We're more likely to die of not having health care. So these hypocrites are not funding anything. Most poor states that are actually take more from the government than they pay in are red. Talking to you, bitch, MConnell. Useless Iowa, the animal abuser state, with Joni Ernst, Steve King, the racist, and much more. So they talk about welfare, but they're the biggest welfare recipients. Even the Electoral College is voter welfare. So Mitch McConnell chirped something that I've heard a few times. And they actually had a dairy farmer giving a presentation. They're huge welfare queens. But anyways, the rapist industry. Mitch McConnell, they even want to tell you how many hamburgers you can have. The truth is, you force us to fund your cow burgers. There's no ham in a hamburger. So the labeling police who think almond milk can't be called milk, your hot dogs are not made of dogs, and peanut butter does not have butter in it neither, but there's no ham in a hamburger. It's a cow burger. Look, we don't want to tell you how many hamburgers you can have. I want to tell you that I don't have to fund it. The government should not be funding it. That's not capitalism. That's socialism. The production. Funding the production of certain, picking winners and losers. Then he goes on to talk about women not being able to simply remove a pea-sized embryo from her own body. Yes, he's a conception clown. And he wants to tote freedom? Really? A woman can't remove a pea-sized embryo, but you want to talk about freedom? I simply leave women and animals alone. So I'm vegan, but I'm not trying to force it on anyone. I might promote, but I'm not forcing via laws like your 10-week laws and conception clown shit. But I don't want to fund it. And no, abortions are not funded. The Hyde Amendment prevents that. But I don't mind if they use my money. But especially for free birth control that saves tax dollars, saves embryos and overpopulation, win-win-win. But religious zealots have no logic. Yeah, free birth control. You're hurting your own cause. Saves taxes, use mine, and pay me the dividends. Saves embryos and saves overpopulation. Here's just calling out Black Lives Matter a little bit. So I want to go on to, those were the speeches that were the worst. Then we had some woman talking about taking away women's rights to choose from her own body and doesn't want to have the freedom to even vote. And she was propped up like Phyllis Schlafly, the Christian con hero. She misses the days when she couldn't vote, own a house, or have a credit card. Submissive Christian conservative women are weak in many ways. This had a little bit of traction. Ridiculousness. She wants to forfeit her rights, and they want to talk about freedom? Really? Because they tote guns? Really? So there you have it. I don't even know what a conservative is anymore. And again, I'm libertarian. It seems like a cult just blindly following a rabid clown. Fiscally responsible? No. Small government? No. Christian hypocrite extremists? Yep. Yeah, they're the radicals too. Religious radicals. Just like they don't want separation of church and state, just like the jihad and Muslims. Selective socialist? Yep. Very selective socialist. Again, child-free, fined over 400,000 in our lifetimes. If you're meat-free, expect to be fined over 100,000 in your lifetime as they subsidize animal ag tons with our taxes. Despite being labor and resource intensive, how is it cheaper then? When most crops feed animals and are pooped out. Why would they do that? So you're using our tax dollars to fund something that's unsustainable, wasteful, unhealthy, and bad for the environment. Makes no sense because it promotes food waste. Most crops are fed to force-bred animals that are raped and pooped out. Personal responsibility? No. Red states also often take more from the federal government than they pay, and are also funded. Rural areas are often funded by urban areas in the same state even. Rurals take from the city. Poor states take from wealthier states. You can look up the moocher states. New Jersey is one of the highest paying and gets the least back. Kentucky, Mississippi, Alabama, Iowa take the most. They're not supporting the military. They might give them lip service, but they're not financially supporting the military and conservation of wildlife animals. Now Trump made elephants able to be shot again. So here's these hypocrites. Lots of lies in the speeches too. I don't like liars. I understand everyone has a little bias. I don't care for either that much. They both steal from me. Nothing wrong with wanting a smaller government, but that's not what they want. They just want a different government. Yep, here they are with the dying Dairy Queen industry propped up by our taxes. Of course, they support Trump because he gives them more welfare. So there you have it. The Republican National Convention was a complete joke. Overall, a lot of lies, drama queens. I didn't see the Democratic one. I can't. But I expect that then they're going to give out free stuff. At least they're trying to give me health care with my own money rather than just take. But, yeah. Hypocrisy. They don't want small government. They just want a different government. Vote libertarian if you really want small government. Get rid of Trump. Dump Trump.